welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Commodores will kick it away to start us off. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sooners offense will take the first swing of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. And David... The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense has its first opportunity of the day. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And they swarm him under. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Roberts. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds a man on the left. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
Listen, if you're a defender, you gave up the completion, and that stinks. You don't want to...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought... Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Still looking on the move. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Hauls it in, looking for space. Turns like that are why you don't settle for... They bring the punter onto the field now. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buying some time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They've been running it, but now the pass. Going to try to get it himself. Pass is broken up, incomplete. But let's check out this penalty marker. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Pressure coming. Makes the catch at the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And here comes the punt team. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He'll take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped at the 19-yard line. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Fires on the move. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Commodores line up to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Finds space on the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got enough for the first. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Commodores have this offense rolling. Quick handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
We'll send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Takes the easy one to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how...
Oh, he's got some space. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the toss. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To the air, it's Sperry. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them...
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough That's the important part, and David, moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win, advance, build some confidence, find some things with this offense down the road that you do better.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.